What's up, young world? This your boy Duane Myko, and we are live today with a brand new episode on the phenomenal show, The Conversation. Today I have three great guests with me today. I have Miss Jamil Strobin, who is a high school student. Her goal in life is to go into cosmetology. You want to do hair and do all that type of stuff. Then I have a great friend right here, Mr. Nino Robinson, who is actually a college student at A&T.
Yep, A&T.
North Carolina A&T, down in Greensboro, North Carolina. Phenomenal. And then we have Miss London Russell, who wants to do the same thing, cosmetology. You want to do the hair, the makeup, and just the whole thing. Phenomenal. So thank you guys for coming on today. Let's have a great talk. I have some great guests on here today, and I want to ask you guys, as I see on you guys' arms, what's up with tattoos? What's up with the whole obsession of tattoos? I mean, is it what we see on TV? You know what I mean? Because we see, you know, some of our favorite artists, they have the tattoos all over the place. They have the sleeves, they have it up on the necks, they have it on the face now. They have it on the legs.
Sometimes I look at my dad and I'm just like, okay, I love that he's like different. Yeah. He wants to be different with all tattoos. But I'm like, Daddy, how are you going to look when you get older? Like, oh my gosh. But I mean, I love that he has a style of his own though, with all the tattoos, and it's different. And you know, I like it, but I think, and I'm like, when you get old, it's gonna be all wrinkly and like stretched out.
Is it art? Are you in love with art? You know what I mean? You guys help me understand. How do you feel about tattoos? I'm gonna start with Miss London over here. London, man, how many tattoos do you have?
I have 7 tattoos.
You have 7 tattoos. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 17.
17 with 7 tattoos. Okay, 7. All right. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you, what do they mean? Or do they all have a meaning to them?
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
My first one was my grandmother's name. I tried to get something so it wouldn't be as bad when I got home.
Okay.
And then my second one, I don't even know which one my second one was.
You know which one the second one is. Okay.
Well, it
I
started.
see you got guns and butter right there on the arm right there. You got the guns with the dice and the roses. Guns and butter, baby.
It started just because everybody was getting tattoos, so I wanted a tattoo. I got my first tattoo when I was 14.
14. Okay.
And
you got
then,
the first tattoos is 14.
But now it's like I have a lot of scars, so now I want to cover them up.
You want to cover them up with
Yeah.
another scar.
That's not the same thing, though.
Yeah, it actually is, because
I mean, a tattoo is a scar, yeah, but it's covering the scar.
The tattoo was supposed to be a zombie. I say supposed to be because it looked a lot more like an alien. And it was only half of an alien, not even a whole one, because it was like sitting on my leg, and then it was supposed to be cutting itself in half with a razor blade, but flowers were supposed to be falling out. It didn't look like flowers.
Okay, I understand you. I completely understand. Miss Jamil, I see you have a couple over there. You know, how many do you have?
7.
Are you guys best friends or something? Do you guys know each other?
Yes.
Oh, you guys go to, okay, all right. I see you guys have tattoos over. So what was your first tattoo?
My first one was my brother's name.
Oh, your brother's
and
name.
Hearts on my chest.
And you have hearts on your chest?
Mm-hmm, but I got that covered up with flowers.
Still on your chest? Mm-hmm. So you covered up the hearts for the flowers?
Yeah.
We're going to let that sink in, young world. Okay.
It's difficult.
Hey, listen, I understand. Okay, so, I mean, what made you want to get tattoos?
Like, I was like with my friends, and they was all like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get tatted. And I was like, you trying to get tatted too? I was like, yeah, I guess I'll get tatted. So,
okay. So you just wanted to get tatted with your friends. Okay. Nino, how about you over here? Do you have any tattoos?
I do not have any tattoos.
How you feel about tattoos?
I don't have a problem with tattoos.
You don't have a problem with tattoos?
Not at all. Nothing. But I'm 19 years old, about to be 20 this year, and I'm not tatted. I lose interest in a lot very quickly.
Okay.
So I feel like my fear about getting tatted is I'm gonna wake up, look in the mirror one day, and just be like, no, I don't want it anymore. Right. But then it's not that easy getting taken off.
I am 37 years old. Although I liked the symbols, I think if I had waited and found better artists and thought it through a little bit more, I could have gotten much nicer pieces than what I initially got.
So if I find something that I would want on my skin for the rest of my life, I'll be okay with it. But
okay. Let me ask you guys this question. Does anybody think I have any tattoos?
Probably.
No. No one thinks I do.
Do you?
The truth be told, I have 3 of them. But you can't see any of them. And that's my whole thing when it comes to this tattoo stuff. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I got my first tattoo when I was 19 years old. I just went away to college. It's right here on my shoulder. I'll show it to you. It's the dumbest thing I maybe ever done in my life. This is called the rookie tattoo. It's supposed to be a bull with a Taurus sign around. People tell me that looks like a ram or something. Exactly. That's the dumb tattoo when you don't even know what it is. Okay? That's the one you get when you're 18 years old, 19 years old. It's dumb. And now you look back on it, you know, at 28, I'm looking back on it like, what in the world was I really, really thinking? You know what I mean? It's so, I can't say that I disagree with tattoos. But my stance on it is that you need to put it someplace that it can be covered. Because what you guys have to understand, and this is just the reality of it, you guys are still young. You guys are still looking to get into, you know, whatever career path that you want, whatever, you know, profession it is. A lot of professions, and even in the cosmetology work, 'cause it depends on what type of shop you go to. They may say, you know, I don't want all that shown to my, you know, I don't want that shown to my guests because I have a certain type of like clientele.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to go with Jesse to turn in my job applications, and I was looking online, and all of the places have a no visible tattoo or piercing policy, and I have 2 tattoos that are always visible, actually 3, because unless I'm allowed to wear a hat, you can always see the 7 behind my ear. So I'm gonna have to go look for more places to apply because I really, really, really want to work at Victoria's Secret because I just love that store.
London, you feel like you got something to say. You feel like you just looking at me hard. Jump in, come at me right now.
You're right, but like not in cosmetology though, because every shop that I ever been to, they have dumb tattoos. Like they'll have the hair dryer and the scissors and stuff like that at the shops. But
it sounds like even in Jamil, you said it. Both of you guys said it that you got the tattoos because one of your friends asked you, "Do I want to get a tattoo?" and then you just went along with it. So was it peer pressure?
No, I went to go get my first tattoo by myself.
Oh, so you was dolo. Yeah, it was I'm doing this alone. How about you? Was it somewhat peer pressure a little bit?
One thing that sucks about today for the kids is they have that peer pressure of getting a tattoo because all their peers are doing it. And you know what? Just be a man and say no and follow the Bible.
I wouldn't really say it was peer pressure for real. I don't know. I just like, it was like, back then, I felt like it was like the thing, like a trend back then.
Yeah, it was a trend?
Yeah, so I wanted to get one.
So, Nino, let me get it from you because you're out of college. I mean, you're out of high school now. So coming from, you know, being in high school to college, is it a different feeling on tattoos? Do you still see them like same amount of them? Or do people, is it the older they get, the less interest they have in it?
Honestly, that's probably it. The older you get, the less interest you have. And high school, I probably seen more in high school, to be quite honest, because at high school, you kind of want to rebel. In college, you out on your own. You can go walk into a tattoo shop, get a tattoo anytime you want. You're not going to want to do it. Just like drinking. As soon as you hit 21, a lot of my friends don't even want to do it no more because you're able to do it at your own free will.
The older that people are when they get their tattoos, they tend to keep them. They don't want them removed, but they are older and mature, and you know the tattoos typically mean something to them.
You can't justify getting a tattoo on your face because you seen Soulja Boy with one on his face. He's doing something totally different from you. He can do that because his life is set. You're still building your career now, and you gotta think about that.
But I mean, even when we talk about like paths, 50 Cent just came out with a great interview about how he got all of his covered up.
I also read somewhere that you were having some tattoos removed.
Well, I removed them off the entire front of my body, my arms, because I don't want to go through that hair and makeup process.
So it doesn't go away 100%. You see stuff when you
it's still going away through the treatments. You know, you see what they did with Michael. They can do anything. Yeah.
Because when he's going to these billion-dollar meetings, you know, they don't like that. Or when he was on the sets of like movies and like TV shows, he had to get there 3 hours ahead of time because they had to do makeup just to cover them up. So yeah, we say, oh, it depends on our profession that we choose. That's not all the way true. You know, because when it comes to those real meetings, listen, there's a standard that you guys can't get past. You gotta dress up, you gotta look apart, you gotta dress the part, you gotta talk the part. There's nothing that we can get around that. So, you know, I'm not against tattoos because like I said, I have 3 of them. I have 3 of them and I have a brand because I'm in a fraternity. I have a tattoo right here, I have one right here, and I have a brand on my chest and a tattoo over top of it. But everything's covered so that at all times I can present myself at the highest quality every single time. So that's my only takeaway. It's nothing wrong with like getting this art. I do think that you two are a little bit young to be getting them, and I think that when you look back, you may be like, man, 16, 17, because you don't feel the same way you do now that you did when you was 14 years old.
Tattoo, I regret.
Because that was a 14-year-old tattoo?
Yeah.
See, there we go. That's my point right there. So, take time, think these things out, make a wise decision. There's nothing wrong with loving art at all, but we have to make sure that we have them in places that we can cover up and make sure it's something that we really, really want to have a true, significant value to them. I think we had a great talk. I hope I was able to help you guys out. This is your boy Duane Myko, and it's The Conversation. It's a Sugar Dream. It's always Revolt Nation. Talk to you later.